Bill Dickinson here with Capital Kia. I hope you find the following information informative. Remember, you can always find us on the web at capitalkia.net or come down to 183 in Anderson Mill just in front of the water tower.
Hi folks, welcome to Capital Kia. My name is Tom Holland. It's absolutely my pleasure to present to you the all-new 2011 Kia Optima. This one vehicle will absolutely change the DNA of Kia forever. Why? The vehicle with its radically new pitch-forward design and its all-new 2.4-liter GDI Theta 2 engine will set new standards for horsepower and fuel economy in the mid-size class. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a few minutes. The first thing that I want you to do is take a view of the side of the vehicle. If you look at the pitch-forward design and watch the belt line actually raises to the trunk, giving this a radical new look. There's a lot more about this vehicle that I need to show you. Why don't we move right up front so I can introduce you to the all-new 2011 Kia Optima. When you walk up front, the first couple of things that I want you to do is I want you to actually take a look at the vehicle and watch how it bulbs to the very front. There's a couple of key design features here that I really need you to feature on. This vehicle has 200 horsepower, and yet it delivers you 34 miles to the gallon on the highway. Now, what that actually relates to with an 18.5 gallon fuel tank is 629 miles for one tank of fuel as far as highway EPA estimates. Now, how do you actually achieve that? Well, the GDI engine is number one, but number two, it's the aerodynamic design of the vehicle. If you'll take a look, the bulb design on both sides, this is a well-crafted mimic of Mother Nature. The most aerodynamic design in nature is the raindrop. And if you'll notice, the front end of the vehicle actually bulbs out. Now I want you to also take a look at the wedge design here. This wedge design helps the vehicle to actually cut through the air. And look at this design on the hood. The hood itself has this fender bulge, and then it meets right here with the brand new tabbed grille, a new Kia trademark. This tabbed grille, and this is marvelous, the tabbed grille is also mimicked on the windshield line, giving us a great new dynamic look up front. Of course, the honeycomb grille, the Kia signature trademark, everything up front tells you that you're looking at a beautiful vehicle, and of course, the new bulbed, radically wrap-around headlights make this a beautiful look up front. You'll also notice projector headlamps. And if you go to the EX or the SX model, you'll also receive fog lamps on the vehicle. Both of these, of course, the LX, the EX, and the SX, all come standard with our new GDI Theta 2 engines. The EX and the LX, 2.4-liter. When you go to the SX model, you get a turbo 2.0. We're going to talk about that just as soon as I pop the hood. One of the first things that you'll notice whenever I raise the hood is how the hood lifts on its own. The reason? No prop rod on this vehicle. Instead, you have a jet-propelled gas strut that is located onto the right front tower. Now, this actually gives you plenty of support. You don't have to worry about having to hold the hood up while you find that prop rod. Now, underneath the engine, let's start over here. A McPherson strut front suspension system. Now, your suspension system on this vehicle gives you the ability to do a couple of things. Number one, this is really going to give you a great ride, but it also helps to push you through those corners, giving you great dynamic acceleration through those lateral points, going around corners, pushing the vehicle as hard as you want to. Now, there's also, of course, the rear suspension system that complements it. It's a 5-link, multi-link rear suspension system. You have stabilizer bars front and rear on the vehicle. Of course, if you'll notice under here, it seems extremely clean. One of the things that you'll also see is there's no power steering pump. The reason? Electronic power steering in the vehicle. And the electronic power steering actually gives you the ability to be able to control the steering perfectly without having to have the whine and also the belt noise that you may have associated in the past with power steering systems. Now, of course, that also helps to reduce the amount of energy that is drawn by that power steering system, producing better fuel economy. Once again, this is the GDI. GDI is gasoline direct injection. Now what that actually is, if you've ever been around diesels, they have what they refer to as a common rail injector. Well, these injectors work the same way. So rather than having a multi-port electronic fuel injection system, you have gasoline direct injection. Now this actually gives you better combustion, giving you better power, giving you a cleaner burn, which means that you're burning more of your fuel. For that reason alone, this engine in the 2.4 liter will give you 200 horsepower and 34 miles to the gallon. It is a tremendous combination. Now, of course, it's not just how you get there, it's how you stop. And this vehicle is going to give you four-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, electronic stability control, traction control, and brake assist. All of these are developed to ensure that you have the best braking system in the world. So it's not just getting you there, it's stopping you once you've gotten there. All of this helps to give this the best mid-size credentials on the planet today. Now, there's a lot of features on the interior of this vehicle that I think you're going to find phenomenal. If you'll come with me, what I'd like for you to do is get inside the car with me and let me show you a few of these features. Come on. You know, one of the first things that you'll notice whenever you enter the cabin of the all-new 2011 Optima is how large it is. This is an extremely huge vehicle. And you know, whenever you sit in the seats, you'll find out just exactly how comfortable they are because you sit in the seat. You don't sit on it. The seat bolsters really do help you, and they just provide that extra added support. And to get yourself extremely comfortable, you'll notice that we have both a tilt and telescopic steering wheel, giving you the ability to get just as comfortable as you possibly can for those long rides. Remember, I did tell you that on one tank full of fuel, an EPA estimated cruising range of 629 miles per one tank full of fuel. And when you look at the steering wheel, I want you to look at everything that surrounds the steering wheel. Your headlights, your windshield wipers. You have, of course, on the steering wheel faceplate, you have your audio features, your cruise control, your Bluetooth, your eco, your trip, reset, everything right here. You know, when you look at the steering wheel and the way everything is set up, you can see that Kia is building vehicles that have some of the most efficient ergonomic environments that are out there. The thing that you want to be able to do is control your vehicle while you maintain visual acuity with the traffic in front of you. You know, with most vehicles, you have to take your hands off of the steering wheel. You have to search and fumble for things. You don't have to do that with this vehicle, making this vehicle extremely safe, very efficient, and easy to use. Now, of course, your three-pod layout on the dash is extremely inviting. Plus, it looks very, very good. You move over, you have, of course, your audio system, and you'll notice this. A lot of people don't think very much about it, but this is actually a shield that helps prevent the sun from getting in the way of the LED readout on your audio faceplate. Also, I want you to notice how this is pitched at 9 degrees toward the driver. By pitching this at 9 degrees, it actually makes this feel more like a cabin or a cockpit in an airplane than it does just in a car. Of course, your standard audio system is AM, FM, CD, and you also have the ability to hook up through a USB port and 3.5 millimeter jack your iPod. You can run MP3, MP4 players, or by using the USB, you can just hook up directly through any kind of a memory device. Whether that memory device is a flash drive or hard drive, you can hook right up and actually operate everything not only from the faceplate, but from the audio controls that are here on the steering wheel. Now, of course, this is also a satellite system, and you have not only satellite as far as Sirius satellite, you've got Sirius 1, Sirius 2, and Sirius 3, FM 1, FM 2, and AM, giving you the ability to preset up to 36 stations. 36! I don't know whose listening pleasure is that diverse, But I'm telling you, you can really set this up and enjoy it. Now, you move directly down into your air conditioning system. This is what we like to refer to as the HVAC. It's the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. You have the ability to control the system here, and you'll notice that there are two actual buttons that are for the front and the rear windshield wiper. Well, I mean, the front and the rear windshield defroster. You'll notice that the rear window defroster, whenever you turn it on, the thing that's going to happen that you really don't see anything about is that in the mirrors, your power mirrors also have heating elements. And what this is going to do on those cold mornings whenever you wake up and you have frost not only on the rear window, but you also have a little frost on the outside mirrors. When you turn on the rear window defroster, it's actually going to heat those off. Now, what I want you to do is take a look at the gear shift. Now, this, of course, is a 6-speed automatic transmission. The standard transmission on the LX model is a 6-speed manual. When you move to the EX model or to the SX model, the standard transmission is going to be the one that you see here, which is a 6-speed automatic transmission. Look at the gear shift handle. This has been ergonomically designed. And I mean, it's perfect. It fits in your hand. This ergonomic design makes it comfortable to grab a hold, but I want you to take a look, if you would, and if you can, just look at the leather pouch that actually surrounds the automatic transmission. If you'll notice, most automatic transmission shafts, they're solid, and you don't have anything surrounding them except what they refer to as the prindle, which is the park, reverse, neutral, drive, and low that you look at. Well, this one has leather that surrounds it. And whenever you move this into your prindle, you also have a shift gate. Now, this shift gate is referred to as shiftronic shifting. Now, your shiftronic shifting is actually designed to give you the ability to change gears in the vehicle like you would in a manual transmission. You'll also notice two cup holders, and these cup holders have an extremely neat design to them. They're diagonal. The reason? It gives you the ability to put two very large cups right here side by side, and they're not fighting each other for space. Anybody that's ever had cup holders in a car knows that most of these fight each other for space. It won't happen in this one. You'll find in your center console armrest, you'll find a tray that is removable and an extremely deep well. Also, something that I want you to notice is how well everything is done. This entire cockpit has been put together and has been designed for comfort and also for the aesthetically moved individual, the person that really wants to see things put together well. This vehicle has been very, very, very well put together. Everything fits perfectly. The car is extremely comfortable. The dash is padded. The armrests are padded. The center console is padded. Things like these really do change the overall feel and look of a vehicle whenever you're on the inside. A couple of things that I'd like for you to do, and if you'll meet me just outside the car, I want to ask you if you'll do these with me. Well, there you have it, the 2011 Kia Optima. But as I promised just a few minutes ago, I want to ask you to do something. I want you to come to the store here at Capitol Kia, and I want you to experience just exactly what I've shown you. Experience in this vehicle absolutely takes it to a brand new level. This vehicle, whenever you sit in that cockpit, you sit behind that steering wheel, you turn on that power plant and you drive this vehicle, you will experience something that you have never experienced before. Kia has designed a vehicle here that is going to give you not only great looks, great performance, braking, handling, everything is in this one car, but they're also going to give you one of the best warranties in the industry. A 10-year, 100,000-mile engine, transmission, drivetrain warranty. We're also going to provide you, of course, with a 5-year, 60,000-mile limited warranty that's virtually a bumper-to-bumper coverage. Simply means that we're going to cover almost everything on the vehicle with the exception of wear items for 5 years or 60,000 miles. There's also a 5-year, 100,000-mile anti-perforation warranty and Kia's vaunted 5-year, 60,000-mile roadside assistance program. If you have any concerns, any issues at all, for 5 years or 60,000 miles, you have a flat tire, lock your keys in the car, dead battery, I don't care what the issue is, you can call Kia for 5 years or 60,000 miles and we will come and take care of you. That's what it's all about. It's all about service after the sale. With Kia, you get it all. Guys, I'm going to ask you, come down to Capitol Kia, test drive for yourself the all-new 2011 Kia Optima. You will be as impressed as we are.
I hope you found the information informative. You can always find me on the web at capitalkia.net. And remember, if I can't beat a new car Kia deal in Texas, I'm just going to give it to you.